In this video, I'm going to show you something that completely changed the way I relate to anxiety, and it is something I wish I learned years ago. You ever notice how a tiny flicker of sensation, like a tightness in your chest or a stomach flip or flutter, can send your brain into full panic spiral mode and has it asking questions like, what did I forget? Or what did I do wrong? Why am I feeling like this? But what if I told you that that sensation is not actually the problem? It's the soundtrack that your brain is playing over it. Hey, I'm Tracy, and welcome to my channel. For years, I took every strange sensation in my body as a warning sign. I would start scanning for mistakes or threats, and before I knew it, I was spiraling into full blown anxiety. Then recently, I attended a 10-day silent vipassana meditation retreat, and something huge shifted. I realized that it wasn't the sensation itself that was keeping me trapped, but it was the stories that I was attaching to the sensation. And I'll show you something in just a few minutes that is going to make this click instantly. But here's what we need to understand. The sensation comes first and the story comes second. So we feel something in our body like tightening of our chest or our heart beating really fast or our stomach doing flips. And that feeling itself, that sensation is actually neutral. It's neither good nor bad. It's just the body doing what the body does, right? But instead of feeling it, we try to fix it. The mind immediately swoops in and starts throwing out all of these possible scenarios of why we might be feeling that sensation. It's replaying texts we sent yesterday and wondering if we offended anybody. It's wondering if we missed a deadline that doesn't even exist. Did we lock the door? Did we unplug the straightener? It is scrambling to find a problem that explains the feeling. And in doing so, it completely skips over the body. The sensation never actually gets felt. It just gets fed because once your brain picks out a story, your body is going to react like that story is true. So now your heartbeat is racing faster and your breath is quickening. And what started out as just a flicker of a sensation is now a full blown fire. And it's not because something is actually wrong, it's just because of the story that your brain is telling it. So, this is how innocent little sensations turn into full blown anxiety. That initial sensation wasn't a threat, but it's the meaning that we attach to it that turns it into one. So, let me show you with a really neat example.
Right now, you're just watching someone walk down a hallway. Nothing about this feels scary or exciting. It's just neutral. Just like a tight chest or a flutter in your stomach, by itself, it's just a moment. But now, watch what happens when we change the soundtrack. Notice how your brain starts filling in a story. Something's wrong, something bad is about to happen, even though nothing actually changed on screen. Let's change it one more time. Same hallway, but now it feels totally fine. Maybe even playful or curious. That is how powerful the soundtrack is. It shapes your entire experience without changing the scene at all.
And that's exactly what our minds do to our bodies. The sensation is the hallway, and the story is the soundtrack. And once you realize that, you get to change the music. When a weird sensation shows up, we usually try to do one of two things. We're either overthinking, spiraling, trying to logically think our way out of the feeling, or we're completely doing the opposite and we're just disassociating, we're numbing out, we're eating food or drinking alcohol, scrolling through our phone, taking naps, or just staying busy to completely avoid that feeling altogether. There is a third way, one that actually helps your body move through it. First, you pause. You notice the sensation without judgment. And instead of launching into stories or trying to avoid it completely, just ask yourself, can I feel this without trying to fix it? So, whatever sensation you're feeling, try to name it because naming what we feel is something called affect labeling in psychology. And research shows that it actually reduces the activity in the amygdala, which is the area of the brain responsible for fear and panic. In other words, naming a physical sensation actually lowers the alarm and allows your nervous system to calm down. You're no longer reacting and you're just letting your body do what it was meant to do. Feel something and let it go. When you stop resisting, the feelings move on so much faster. And you'll start to see that a lot of times there was nothing actually wrong. That one pause, that tiny moment of awareness where you chose not to add the horror soundtrack to something harmless, that's where your relationship with anxiety starts to change. And if you need a fun little mantra to remember to do this, you can think of feel it, name it, tame it. If this hit home for you, give the video a like. It really does help more people find it. And share this with a friend who overthinks every little feeling in their body too. Because I guarantee you that they have also been playing horror music, and maybe this is the moment they realize that they can change the soundtrack. Subscribe for more videos about little mindset shifts that can make a big difference. Thanks so much for watching.